Yeah, and how does it feel to go to a company that on the surface looks like it's all freemium, there are no salespeople, it's totally touchless, you sell to developers, like what's that whole deal?
It is all freemium.
Yeah.
not freemium, sorry, it's all self-serve.
Self-serve,
right?
self-serve, sure.
And until recently, there was no sales team. So actually, all that's true.
Yeah.
And it is this unbelievable organic acquisition engine. Right, where there are hundreds. I can't give a lot of the specifics, but there are hundreds of downloads a day.
Yeah.
Over 750,000 MAUs.
Yeah.
So it's
crazy. That's insane.
It's
legit.
insane.
Dave, you got to step it up, bro.
I'm trying to
and it's it's very really organic, really community based. We have the ear of the developer community, which is pretty awesome. So putting my role, is hey, come in and try to put sales on top of this.
Yeah.
Right. Augment this unbelievable engine with other Salesforce.
And is that sorry to interrupt? No. Is that Mission Impossible or is that
no? It's not Mission Impossible. You have to. It's a different model.
Yeah.
Right. You can't be thinking closing deals. Right. Like it's just not a deal closing model. There's no ringing of the bells.
No.
Like, we don't need hoopla and all those things. It's not.
No, I'm glad you both kind of hit on that because the thing I was going to ask you was. 10 years ago, a business like that couldn't exist, right? You're like, I'm going to be the VP of sales of a company that has no sales reps. Like, what other than the obvious, which is like software, right? Like, what's changed in the way that like we as business people go and buy things that has allowed this model to exist? You think?
I think there's two things. So there's social and there's software, obviously, and just SaaS and the ease of being able to download something. But there's also the way people buy, right? Like the people are buying now not based on brochures or advertisements. They're buying on word of mouth, right? And they're buying on social proof, right? And so they're buying on what they read about and what they hear about through their peers and in their network. And when they do, right, then they don't need to be as educated, right? And the education is really trying it. Right?
Yep.
They want to try it. Like there's two things that people trust: their own experience and their peers.
Yep.
Right? Those are the two things they trust. And so they either have to show them that their peers love it and really focus on kind of advocacy, or you got to focus on somehow doing a some kind of self-service, right? Some kind of product-led model, because that's these days buyers are getting way skeptical. I mean, even in B2C, like we're all super skeptical.
Crazy.
I mean, it takes me like years sometimes to like just decide on where I'm going to go on vacation, and I'm researching the hell out of it because there's so much information available.
Way too much information.
It's like the paradox of choice. Right?
Yep. Exactly. That is interesting. So the two things she mentioned in those two things was not a sales rep that they've never met before.
Yeah.
In terms of people who they trust.
No, we say it all the time. Information is free now, right? So like sales doesn't get to be a gatekeeper anymore. But something happens. Like we all talk about this, and but then we go to our jobs, and most companies forget that, right? Yeah. They're like, I hate getting hounded by sales reps. I hate filling out forms and doing all this crap. But then we go to our jobs, and we're like, all right, I'm gonna bang on this phone until I can get your
and
attention.
ring this gong.
Yeah.
Gong.
Yeah. I mean, so I talk about with my team. My team is helping because we're self-service. They are helping to move customers up in terms of how much they spend. Right? So they're offering assistance. Hey, do you need help? Configuring your load balancer? We can help you with that, knowing that eventually that will lead to more spend. Right? Not for the purpose of banging on the doors, but for the purpose of you need help. Let me see. And sometimes you can get help through content and through podcasts and through in-app messaging and things like that. But sometimes you need a human to help you.
And how do you get them to be aligned with that kind of mission? Is it like a non-commissioned position? Is it commissioned? Do they have quotas? Like, how does it work?
Yeah. So no quotas.
Yeah.
Whoa,
you heard that.
This is a good one. You got the good topic. Okay.
But commissions, right?
Okay.
But no quotas, right?
How does that work?
So the way I do
All
it
carrot,
is,
no stick?
Yeah.
Did you bring this is your thing that you brought?
And listen, we're testing it, right? This is early days of sales at DO, so we're testing it. But the way that I've done it is you get a flat fee every time one of the customers that you're working with gets across a magical threshold of spend where we know at that point churn is incredibly low, right? And and they are committed. Right? It's kind of we've done a whole bunch of data science to realize this is kind of the magic mark where they're committed. And so once they get them across, they get a flat fee, right? And that way there's no worrying about, is this a huge deal or is this a small deal or is this, it's just, just help them get across that line. And then when you do.
That's really cool.